you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review, and we have a little bit of IPA-ness from the Pacific Northwest in the form of Crux Brewing's Gimmie Mo. It's a India Pale Ale that was brought to me literally from the Northwest from a local viewer, Josh. Thank you very much, Josh. He actually went out there. We never met before, actually. He actually went out there on the trip, came back with a bunch of different beers, and he kind of wrote me, and he's like, hey, man, I'm local, kind of dig the reviews. Would you like to review any of this stuff? And I ended up on one of these. I'm weird about that. I'm like, I don't want to take somebody's haul. They brought it all back, but he was gracious enough to give me one of these. Thank you very much, man. And, yeah, we're going to dive into it. It's not my first Crux review. I've actually done a couple of their beers before. Lucky enough to get some from David. David's my Portland connect when it comes to beers like these. And the Crux beers that I did have was pretty damn delicious. So, kind of have high hopes from this one. So, anyway, as far as what it says on the can itself, it says Crux Brewing. Gimmie Mo, not just another IPA. It's 6.2% alcohol by volume. On the back here, we have, geez, not another IPA. That's right, this is not just another IPA. Consider it a next generation IPA, a slightly sweet, lower ABV IPA, providing welcome relief from the onslaught of bitter hop bombs out there. This complex aromatic layers suggest mango, melon, pine, and berries driven by whole leaf mosaic and citra hops, which are then balanced by acetylated, butchering that word, Pilsner Ball. Bill sneezes. One more. That's all you get. Finally, its silky smooth mouthfeel will leave you asking for Mo. Crux Fermentation Project, brewed in Bend, Oregon. So yeah, besides me sneezing all over the place, it is pretty standard fare when it comes to a can. It sounds like a West Coast IPA, or West Coast brewery trying to make an East Coast IPA with subtle West Coast influences. It says, it's not every other beer out there in that it has kind of East Coast vibes to it. So that's your West Coast leaning on there. Can-wise, this is less than a month old, which is pretty fucking awesome, and it's pretty cool. A little X on there, a little kind of purple background, got a little Barney vibes going on, but see what she's got. Give it that crack. There it is. I like the little pull tab here. It actually has a kind of like it's like branded. Can you see me under there? It's like branded kind of with the company kind of logo-y thing going on. I'll give you a heavy pour there so you can kind of see it on there. Got a little Crux kind of logo going in there and the black tab. So anyway, a finger and a half aggressive pour so I can say that show you that tab. Infinite creaminess, super tight and compact bubbles. It's got the ever so slightest bit of haziness to it. But I mean, that's kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of hoping there was haze there, or just kind of using excuse phrase. It's almost magnifying glass clear. Orange as orange could be, and if I really like carbonations, definitely doesn't look like a New England style IPA. Let's put it that way. Let's see what she has in the nose. Citrus. It smells old school IPA like. Get citrus sweet, citrus pithiness, citrus candied rindiness. That's what I'm getting. Maybe a little bit of kind of like a tea vibe from these hops. A little bit of herbally tea vibe. A little bit of candiness. A little bit of citrus. That's pretty much it. Yeah, it smells old school. Old school East Coast as old school East Coast can be. There's a lot of what the original East Coast beers kind of started off as. So she smells good. If you're into that kind of thing. She looks good. Let's see what she tastes like. Cheers. Essentially, all that wrapped into a tight little nugget. Nutty malt. Citrus abounds, but it's like a non-abrasive citrus. It's not sweet. It's not bitter. It's not pithy. It's somewhere just kind of floating in the middle. It's very kind of neutral, very Switzerland-like. It's tasty, herbally, but at the same time, just lacks a little bit of wow factor. Lacks a little bit of calling cardness when it comes to the beer that it is. Because you want anything like this to be a little bit more kind of oomph in one direction or another. You want it to stand up and pronounce, I am this. This is my beer. It doesn't have to be uber flavor impactful either. It just has to be like, okay, this is what I'm trying to be. And this, with its ABV being where it is, and with its hop presence where it is, it tastes to me like it's trying to be a little bit of a kind of middle of the road beer, trying to jack of all trades, trying to please everybody all the time kind of beer. And while it accomplishes that, because it gives me nice sweetness, nice bitterness, nice drinkability, I just want a personality to my beer. This one's lacking that a little bit. So yeah, nice beer. Leaning old school, leaning East Coast, a little bit of West Coast sensibility, a little bit of British sensibility with that little bit of teabaggy herbaliness. But at the same time, I wish it was a little bit more. So yeah, let's talk about it. Is it one of the better? Let's go, what do they call it? Just straight up, not just another IPA, but is an IPA. One of the better base IPAs I've had as of late? No. Does it mean it's one of the best in general? No, because I'm telling you what I like about it, and I like my IPAs askew new school. This one is not that. It's a bit of an old school mixed with new school, but it's not enough new school to make it kind of make my wiener get hard. Value availability, no idea. Not sure if it's a shelf grab or a brewery only thing. Maybe somebody out there will chime in and just say, if you like what we like this. If you like old school, if you like 1/3 West Coast, 1/3 East, 1/3 ESB, that's kind of where this lands for me. It has a little bit of English sensibility. I don't know if it's the herbally hoppiness, kind of like a fugly kind of vibe, but there is that kind of citrusness that comes with the kind of East Coast kind of vibe, but there is a little bit of kind of that resiny dankness, that piney dankness that comes with the West Coast. It's a little bit equal parts, all of that. So if you kind of skew a little bit kind of all in between hop wise, if you're kind of old school and you're a jack of all trades that likes to kind of enjoy IPs in general, then this one might be up your alley, because that's kind of what this delivers. And it's clean, it's delicious, it drinks well. So if you're into that, definitely worth giving a whirl, especially if you're in the West Coast and it is readily available for you. But at the same time, is it something you'd seek out and trade? I probably wouldn't go that far, especially if you like the beers I like. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you didn't, anywhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped. Massive Beers, all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice West Coast born IPA right now. And hope to see you next time. Cheers.